Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Before I get into today's topic, I'd like to stress the fact that I'm not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice on this channel or in this video, and everything I'm about to say relates to me and what I do with my own money. Today I'd like to rant a bit about a phenomenon I see happening at the moment in the precious metals community. There are a lot of videos on YouTube recently from multiple established channels that are encouraging people to go out and buy gold and kind of low-key denigrating silver. They don't do it directly, possibly out of fear of alienating the hardcore silver bugs, but it kinda comes across in the way they compare the metals and praise the look and feel of gold as opposed to silver, or make comments about gold stability as opposed to silver being all over the place, and I just don't get it. I don't understand why they're doing it, and I'm here to stand up for silver. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against gold. My channel's name has the word electrum in it, which, for those of you that don't know, is an alloy of gold and silver. I believe in gold and in its value. I just don't get how this would be a good time for buying gold as opposed to silver when the price ratio is 84:1 at the moment of recording this video. You would need to trade 84 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. That to me is absurd. To top that off, we have certain YouTubers claiming we need to get used to the idea that this is the new normal and things are going to stay this way going forward. Let me clarify things right now. The normal ratio of silver to gold is not 84:1. The normal rate of silver to gold is not even the historic 50:1. The fairest ratio of silver to gold would be somewhere around 17 or so to 1. I know it sounds insane, it sounds extraordinary, but that's where it should be. I don't know if we'll ever live to see that, but hear me out. The mining ratio of silver to gold is about 8:1, meaning that for every ounce of gold that we mine 8 ounces of silver as well. I'm sure a lot of you have heard this figure by now, and it's one of the most used arguments when making the case for silver. But to me there's an even more important ratio, and that's the so-called Earth's crust ratio. This refers to the actual availability of silver in the ground compared to gold, and this ratio is about 19:1. Given enough time, this is the natural balance that the metals will reach. Again, I don't know how long it will take. I don't know if I'll be alive to see it. I'm not into predictions of timelines, but I'm sure it will get there. And there will be a lot of people saying that, well, you can't compare them, they're like apples and oranges. Just because they're found in these ratios doesn't mean that they're worth that. You can also find 19 poisonous mushrooms for every one edible mushroom. That doesn't mean that they're worth 1/19th of an edible one. But silver and gold aren't apples and oranges. They're two different types of apples. One's a golden delicious, and the other one seems to be Granny Smith at the moment. My point is that both these metals have been used in similar ways for thousands of years. They are as alike as Rolls-Royce is to a BMW. You would love to be driven around in a Rolls-Royce, but you wouldn't be disappointed in a 7 Series either. For these reasons, I don't accept a ratio of 80-something to 1. And as long as silver is in that range, I will not be buying gold. I don't know if silver is underrated or gold is overrated, but in any case, I wouldn't be buying gold over silver at the moment. The other thing I hear about is premiums on silver, and while it's a valid argument, and I do believe silver premiums are too high, the difference between where silver is today and where I believe it should be more than compensates for that. Besides, I have bought silver on the spot price quite a few times recently. It's all about knowing where to find it and under what form. Have a look at these small commemorative coins. They are 0.925 sterling silver. How much do you think I paid for this? Pause the video right now and go down to the comment section and write how much you think this set cost me. Ready for the answer? 12 euros. 16.95 including postage. And while these were the cheapest I've got, I buy such sets regularly for 20 to 25 euros. There are bargains to be found if you put a bit of time and effort into it. It also feels so much nicer going out there on a hunt and finding beautiful and unique things. Look at this one, a Slovakian silver euro set. Set me back 25 euros for 72 grams of pure silver. That's under 35 cents a gram and works out to €10.80 an ounce. Not to mention the numismatic value. Only 200 of these were ever made. Now you might not find such articles in your country, but there are surely other types of silver items that are popular over there. Maybe jewelry, maybe silverware, maybe some industrial product. Think outside the box and you'll find affordable silver. When you're buying from a big dealer or website, is akin to buying a new car. The depreciation isn't as bad, but you'll be the one paying the premium, while the next guy will only pay you spot or below, unless it has numismatic value. Then you hear the argument that silver is no longer seen as a financial metal, that it is only seen as an industrial metal, and therefore it will never again be relevant as a store of value. First of all, let me tell you what the word for money is in the country where I live. It's plata. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, plata means silver. In the whole enormous Hispanic world, silver literally means money. Our neighbors to the north also spread their language across the sea, and in their widespread language, the word for money is argent, which, surprise surprise, again means silver. Indeed, even the word dollar derives from the silver coin thaler, yet we're being told silver apparently isn't money anymore. But what exactly is a financial or precious metal? Well, according to Investopedia.com, precious metals are defined as follows. Precious metals are metals that are rare and have a high economic value due to various factors, including their scarcity, use in industrial processes, hedge against currency inflation, and their role throughout history as a store of value. The most popular precious metals with investors are gold, platinum, and silver. TheFreeDictionary.com defines them as rare or otherwise valuable metals. Metals are considered precious based upon their rarity, usefulness in industry, or history as an investment commodity. So financial or precious metal is an industrial metal, is a metal that has usefulness in industry. What other metal has more uses than silver? Does gold have more uses than silver? Absolutely not. Is it useful as well? Absolutely. Is it scarcer? Absolutely. Is it the king of precious metals? Absolutely it is. Is the ratio of 85:1 justified? No. Let's touch shortly on volatility. I hear it all the time. Silver is too volatile. You need gold for stability. Yes, silver is more volatile, but if you listen to these guys, you would think that the silver price chart is like an erratic heartbeat and gold is just a shiny, ever-soaring line of unshakable stability. In fact, the chart for the last 40 years looks a little bit like this. See much difference? Yeah, me neither. Sure, silver spikes are a bit higher and dips are a bit lower, but I would say that the graph shows quite a high degree of correlation. I heard one YouTuber saying how disappointed he was with silver doing nothing for years and years in the mid-2010s. But what did gold do in that period? The chart is practically the same, just that gold started going up a few months before silver, but then silver caught up. These years were great for the stock market, and that's why none of the metals went anywhere. But now the situation is turning increasingly difficult in the economy, and precious metals are again gaining traction. Silver is also much easier to manipulate, since its entire market cap is about 1.24 trillion compared to that of gold that sits at 12.3 trillion. Apple has a market cap that's double that of silver, at $2.4 trillion. Tesla has a market cap of 600 billion at the moment. That's half of all the silver ever produced. They need the material for their products. Would it be insane to believe that these enormous corporations have a vested interest in keeping the silver price subdued? They certainly have the means to move the needle. I see also a lot of people in the comment section of this video saying they're losing patience with silver and moving to gold. I think these are the people that got into silver when the whole Wall Street silver movement started, on Reddit. And they had the to-the-moon expectations of silver, that it would explode in a few weeks or months, and now they're disappointed. The only way in which silver explodes is if the dollar implodes. That's pretty much it. A lot of these guys must be coming from the cryptocurrency space and think that everything is a get-rich-quick scheme. Silver and gold aren't crypto. You won't invest $100 and you'll be a millionaire in a year. But I'll tell you what, you'll never hear stories of people losing their life savings in precious metals. If you're looking to get rich quick, try something else. Try crypto, try options, try stocks, try gambling. If you want something you can depend on in times of need, buy yourself some metals. In conclusion, I don't know what drives these people to promote gold over silver. Maybe it has to do with the affiliate links in the description of their videos. Who knows? But I do know that I, for one, am not going to follow that advice and will stick to buying silver for as long as the ratio looks in any way similar to what it looks at the moment and silver stays in the 20s. Thank you everyone for listening to my ramblings. Please like and subscribe to encourage me to make more videos in the future and support spreading the message about real wealth. I would like to point out again that this is not financial advice and all of this is just my opinion. Please consult a financial advisor whenever you decide to do something with your hard-earned money. Happy stacking, everyone.